Hey there, Pythonic accountant here. Time for another recipe. If you don't know, I'm doing a series of accounting generative AI recipes, trying to make it easy for, folks to come and look and get inspired by a bunch of different potential ways to solve a bunch of different challenges using generative AI. And so this is the way that my recipe GenAI cookbook is laid out. So I've got it on a GitHub page. I've got my recipes all here, and you can click into the one that we're looking at. And today it's number 4. And inside the recipe markdown file, it's just got information about the prompt you can use, different instructions, etc. So this one is about helping a CPA firm with monitoring their emails and either manually or automated reviewing those emails for potential risks. One risk is that they might miss important information from a client that you'd have to kind of read between the lines to see, like if they're not happy about something. Another risk is a client asking them to do something they shouldn't do. There's obviously more things than that, but we have a few example emails that we're going to use in this. So for the simple example, that's what this video is going to focus on. We're going to have a custom GPT. I've created one called the Client Email Risk Sentinel. So we're going to go ahead and try this out. So what we've used for the prompt is what I have in here, and the prompt is pretty straightforward. It's, you are a client risk, email risk sentinel supporting a CPA firm, engagement team, analyze the provided email for tone, urgency, and potential risk, follow the workflow below, context you might receive, information about the type of engagement, the tone or risk rubric. We're not going to do that, but it's cool. You can build it out to be as detailed as you want as far as guidance that you want to give it. Prior client relationship notes if you want. The workflow is extract key facts, flag any risks, highlight phrases or context that triggered it, recommend an appropriate response, suggest follow-up actions, and then it's got an output format, and then just important notes. So pretty cool. A lot of details here. And again, just a reminder, like you can get as specific as you want in these prompts. So let's go ahead and take this email. I'm just going to copy and paste it into this custom GPT that I made, and we'll see how well it does. And so this first one is one that has a little bit of an unethical request in it. So we'll see if the custom GPT is able to figure that out. And so persuasive, informal is the tone, urgency moderate high, relationship temperature is neutral warm. Primary concern is the desire to accelerate revenue recognition for presentation purposes. That's definitely an issue. I like the reminder, human review required, don't rely solely on this output. So now it's got the risk flags. So it's got the quote, it's got the theme of the risk, and it's got the recommended action. So this one is a high severity one. If we were to recognize the portion tied to renewals that are basically done, the risk here is premature revenue recognition, financial reporting manipulation. The recommended action is escalate to an engagement partner immediately. Respond firmly that revenue can't be recognized until the performance obligations are met. Document the communication. Another one that was flagged as high is it would smooth the story considerably. And so there's earnings management presentation bias here. Treat this as potential pressure to alter financial presentation. That's not good. And then a medium one that's very similar is I assume there's some flexibility in the guidance when the cash is virtually in hand. Again, misunderstanding of revenue recognition. I would say this might be an existence one as well. So one thing we might need to do here is add additional guidance from kind of the accounting standards, just some gap guidance so it knows what are the actual financial statement risks, what are the definitions of those, and that way when it identifies the risks and has recommended actions, it's actually using the proper financial reporting rules. So I think that'd be good as an improvement. Section C is the draft response guidance. It's suggesting an engagement manager or partner do the response given the ethical implications. The tone is you should be professional and firm. Here are the key talking points you should use. Suggests escalation and recommends documentation. This is quite detailed. This is a nice, professional risk-based analysis that was immediate. I mean, you saw how fast this responded. This is a low cost, low level of effort way to flag potential risk and recommend actions on that. So it's kind of cool. So imagine if you had this just checking, every email as it comes in the door. Obviously, you've got to make sure you're using a secure environment and one that does not have any um, data going outside of your, system or your walls, and only staying within if you have like an OpenAI enterprise account, or you could use another generative AI system that, keeps everything in house. But imagine if you had something watching every email as it came in, flagging not just things like this where, clients are trying to manipulate the numbers, which hopefully doesn't happen that often, but other ones that are just important things you might miss. Like if you get 30 emails and 29 of them are not urgent, but one of them is time sensitive and you happen to miss it. Wouldn't it be nice if this, AI tool could catch that and flag it and say, hey, you got something due today. You might not have noticed it. You should check this out. So that's my recipe for the day, the email sentinel. This is just the simple version 1 using the kind of custom chat GPT, but version 2 is the more advanced one that would be more automated. So we might play around with that one next. So if you like this, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you with the next one.